It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, and Tom Griswold. And now, here's Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are going to be joined in momentarily by comedian Al Jackson. Al has a new children's book out. We'll talk about that. But first, the introductions. Ace, Chick, Josh. This is Tom. And then through the glass, Willie. Through the glass over there, Christy. And through the closed circuit TV, it's Pat Godwin. And there's Al Jackson. I can see him right now. We've got the Zoom, whatever thing is going on.
Look at that face.
Zoom. Hey, Al, how are you?
Life is good.
Now, are you growing a soul patch?
No, it won't connect. Once it connects, I'll be good. But this little, there's about a quarter inch, it won't connect.
This is a tough time. You got to let it go. You got to let it grow. Yeah, it's a tough. Yeah, just sit there and watch it. That takes some.
Get your quarantine beard on.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Al, typically on this program, before we get to your new children's book,
where's Aldo?
That's a way better name for the book than what I came up with.
Where's Aldo? They're looking for Mario's twin brother. The dictionary.com people came out with some new words the other day.
Ooh.
And I bet you're probably going to get all these because you're always helping me with my street lingo. And these are words that have just been admitted. The one we talked about for the most part yesterday, Chris, do you want to share it with Al?
What was it? Jabroni?
Got it. Do you know what jabroni is, Al?
I believe that's from The Rock, right?
Yep.
WWE, like a goofy dude.
Yep.
Apparently,
a loser. Yeah.
Possibly started by the Iron Sheik is the background on that word. Okay, this first one I'm gonna have a little trouble, I think, pronouncing this. Zhuzh.
Oh.
How do you spell it?
Zhuzh. Zhuzh.
No, it's zhuzh.
What is it?
Zhuzh.
Zhuzh?
Isn't it Chinese?
Oh, I know what that is.
That sounds like some kind of cheesy substance that.
It sounds like a substance. That's true.
Is it zhuzh?
Yeah, Sam.
I think it's zhuzh.
Sam made it very clear.
Yeah, you're like, hey, Willie, I know you're a single man and you have a decent apartment, but let's get an interior decorator in here and zhuzh this up a little bit.
That's exactly how Sam described it.
Yep.
Al, it says, here's the example. It says to make something more lively or interesting and stylish by a small change, usually followed by the word up. The example is they give, these colorful throw pillows are an easy way to zhuzh up your living room.
It's zhuzh.
Zhuzh.
What, like judge?
Tom, it sounds like it hurts you when you say that.
Yes.
It's weird. My stylist at the show says that, I'd never heard that word, but she says it all the time. She'll do something with the accounts. She'll let's zhuzh this up a little bit. Let's put this here.
Okay, this next one, I would have actually gotten this one. I think everyone will get this one. I'll throw this at, who's the least? I'll throw this at Pat.
Okay.
Swole. SWOLE.
Oh, yeah.
All puffed up.
Swollen.
If you're from working, very muscular. He's swole.
Weightlifting. They call him
swole, yeah.
They call him the lunch man.
Okay.
Because he's moving them plates. That's right.
Yeah, nice.
Stacking plates, isn't it?
Stacking plates. That's it.
You can also use swole in a kind of telling people don't get puffed, because it can almost be like an adversarial thing where you're like, Tom accused me of taking his car keys, and I'm like, hey, don't get all swole up over there. I told you I didn't touch them.
That's right.
It's like a thing, don't elevate and get mad.
And that would be followed by, let's not get into a fight. How do you say that again, Al?
Let's not get into a fight. Chill out.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know.
That was one of your phrases from a couple weeks ago.
I'm on probation, however you want to say it.
House arrest, whatever you want to.
Okay, here we go. A new one from dictionary.com, Al. Sharent. Sharent.
I have never heard of that one. That sounds like a bottle of wine that's cheap, but you think it's expensive, and your girl's like, "You got me Charent."
and then you say, "No, it's Charant." It's a parent who shares too much personal information on social media.
I haven't heard that.
I think there's a lot of those.
A Charent?
Yeah, it's a terrible word, though.
Yeah, you hate those words that are.
Yeah.
That sounds like.
I thought it was like a parent that had 50-50 custody.
See, that's what I thought,
that's
too.
That's what I would think.
But I still don't. What do they call those words?
Reminds me of
Portmanteau.
Portmanteau. Okay, and portmanteau sounds like a bad guy in wrestling.
Yeah.
Just got off the boat. Janky. Janky.
Yeah, it's just kind of a bootleg, and just if I'm like, Tom, I'm gonna give you my couch, and I come over and one of the arms is falling off, and I got duct tape. You're like, I'll just try to drop off this janky couch.
Exactly.
Usually followed by the word ASS. You can say that.
Janky ass couch.
It defines it as inferior in quality. How about a nothing burger, Al?
Oh, that's just it's a big build up to nothing. It's just like chicks keep telling me he has this big surprise, and really he just brought me over a burger and fries. It wasn't this great thing. It was just almost literally a nothing burger with that example.
Again, you're dead on.
That's what Tom does to us every now and then about a big surprise coming up on the show, and it's always a big nothing burger.
You mean last week after we had the corn guy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
This next one, I've got to be extremely cautious as I pronounce this. Hodophobia. HODOPHOBIE. Hodophobia.
You're afraid to watch the Hoda show?
Yeah.
This one, I don't get this at all. It's the irrational fear of traveling.
What?
Hodophobia?
I would think that'd be xenophobia. No, wait, what's agoraphobia when you can't leave your house?
Isn't that the fear of open spaces or something? Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard anyone use that.
Me either.
And lastly, a techlash. TECH. LASH. What does techlash mean?
I have no idea.
I would guess it's like
going back to your roots.
Man, they really want me to get this new iPhone, but I've got such techlash. I'm so tired of all these new contraptions.
Oh, that sounds about right.
That sounds good.
That sounds good.
It's a strong negative reaction against large technology companies and their products or their employees. Also,
so it's a backlash against tech.
Yeah, so it could say I was talking about getting a new pair of blue jeans, and then I got an ad for Levi's. I have this techlash, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's all concerns about privacy. Okay, there we go. That's enough of that. I just thought, Al, you did great.
Well, thank you.
Much better than I would do.
That was not a janky quiz.
In my hands, I am holding the non-janky new children's book by Al Jackson entitled "Where is Baby Ford?" with illustrations by Michael Forshey.
That's right.
And it's a book for kids. And tell me about, what's this about, Al?
It's really quickly, it's a book about my three kids going on an adventure. And it's really about kids disconnecting from their devices and just going out to play. Remember that when kids would go out and interact with each other?
Oh, sure.
I never see kids out just playing in the yard. So, I was inspired because I wanted my kids to actually get to know each other and look at each other and look at other children and talk to them. So that's where it comes from. And Tom, my youngest son is on the spectrum, so he's in it and he's featured in it. And it really is also a lesson to show you that kids that aren't as verbal can still have a big impact on their surroundings. So 10% of all proceeds go to Firefly Autism School here in Denver, Colorado.
Oh, cool. And your son is named Ford.
Baby Ford, that's right.
Yeah. Do you drive a Ford?
I don't, but I was looking really heavy at
the new Bronco.
My next car.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen that? That looks awesome.
Yeah. Broncos are badass. Yeah,
they got the new.
They're so cool.
And Al, the book "Where Is Baby Ford" is available at aljacksonlive.com.
Great.
Yes, sir. Along with my Amazon special, so just go there. My Amazon special is free on Amazon Prime.
And your Amazon special,
things Al right there.
Your Amazon special is called "Buy Al a Ford Bronco."
Yes, those Ford Broncos are so. My buddy Tone Bell, who's been on Bob and Tom before, good-looking comic actor out of L.A. I hate him. It's like, how does somebody get to be that good-looking? But he has the retro 71 Bronco, Christy.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Cut the top off and it's just a roll bar. It is so dope.
So jealous.
It is so dope. Is dope? That's that back?
Yeah, dope. Actually stuck around. It was one of those words that I thought was going to be kind of they have a 10-year run. And then I was watching like a Fabletics commercial, and this 22-year-old yoga pants influencer used the word. I was like, I cannot believe dope has made it for like 30 years, but it's like in the American lexicon.
So am I okay then using dookie rope still?
No.
You can say anything you want. That's the beautiful thing about this country. It should you.
Theoretically, you can say anything you want, right? Yeah.
I wish I had the story in front of me about, there's some young guy in the NFL that bought I think it was a $250,000.
Are you going to say dookie rope?
It's attached to a dookie rope. It's a, does anybody see this? It's a pendant. It's
is it Becton? Was it that offensive lineman?
It's the size of a license plate.
The Browns are supposed to draft him. Yeah, he's huge. He got this really expensive.
Yeah, it's this gigantic gold diamond encrusted plate
For $250,000?
Yeah, I think so. And it's hanging on what is essentially a dookie rope.
Okay.
The only jewelry term I know from the world of hip hop. Once again, Al's new book, Where is Baby Ford? Now available, and it's available again at aljacksonlive.com. Al, of course, is one of the featured performers on The Daily Blast. And Al, this is your turn quickly to get me educated in the world of street lingo. What have we got?
Tom, I got you this week. It's a great quiz. Tom, let's do a little role play here. You're getting coffee in between commercial breaks, and you come around the corner, and this is the only part of the conversation you hear. You just hear Willie talking to Christy, and Willie just goes, "Man, I could see it from the front." What is Willie talking about?
I could see it from the front. I think this probably involves a woman who has a lovely derriere.
That's right, Tom. So go ahead and use it in a sentence, man.
That's right.
Well, I must say I knew that this was one baby who's got back because I could see it from the front.
Anybody want to stop him? Or I feel bad it's always me.
Chick, I've been saying it since 6:30. Let's go get mimosas.
I am embarrassed beyond the capacity to speak.
Yes.
I like hot butts, and I cannot lie. I could see it from the front.
I better stop there.
Just on and on of outdated phrases. That's amazing.
Now, Al, do you know what the phrase factory air means?
No.
Okay, this is also relatively offensive in objectifying a woman. It means that a woman is so fit that when she stands with her feet together, there is air visible just south of...
heaven.
Yeah, it's sort of like thigh gap, but a little higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Factory air. I've never actually had occasion to use that. It's certainly offensive.
Doesn't it have an album title?
And
right.
we of course chose to make it the title of one of our albums,
That's what I thought.
along with such oddities as camel toe and other delights. But remember, factory air is a term from, what would you say, Chick, 70s maybe?
We used it in high school, so yeah.
I mean, in terms of, it was an actual term on the radio because it was a big deal to have
air conditioning.
Air conditioning didn't hit cars until the 70s, really, big time anyway, and that would be a big plus. AM, FM radio, and factory air.
That's right.
No FM converter needed.
Yeah, and no aftermarket air conditioning.
My aunt had that aftermarket air conditioning. Did you ever see that, Al?
No, I
never saw that either.
Me either.
It was ridiculous.
Tom contends he had. Didn't you have a relative that had a vinyl record player in their car?
No, but I've seen one. And isn't there one at Graceland?
In the car.
I don't know.
Yeah,
never been there.
Yeah, and then
you're driving real slow. If that's
Springsteen, I think, talked about a friend of his having that, but.
Really?
Yeah. Factory air was a very big deal. My aunt had, I swear to God, she had aftermarket seatbelts put in like a 1961 Buick.
Oh, is that your mom's arm?
Yeah. Aftermarket.
Remember that?
Okay, Al, we got time for one more. Al, do the closer.
All right, Tom, you got this one. Tom, what does the phrase "chopping it up" mean?
Chopping it up.
Is this a drug phrase?
I mean, it could always be used as that, but
that's too literal.
Yeah, I assume it's a positive. You say, man, did you hear Chick Sports this morning? He was chopping it up.
Oh.
Did I get it right?
Not really, but you're really close.
No,
So
did I not get it because Chick Sportscast wasn't good or because I used the phrase wrong?
I'm sitting right here.
Right there.
Tom.
How can you take that as anything but an insult?
I can hear you.
Give me a second. So,
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Chopping it up. Does it mean getting? Oh, I know. Does it mean getting a lot of work done?
No, you were closer with the guess.
Oh boy.
Does it mean to share or divvy out?
You're close as well. Kind of combine what Tom just said and what you just said.
Well, I took. Does it mean a lot of people? He was chopping it up, entertaining a lot of people. Like when Josh plays a nightclub doing his stand-up comedy, man, he's chopping it up, making everybody happy. No? I'm getting. Did Al?
Oh, he's frozen. Yeah.
Did Al pass
we
out?
lost Al?
Either that or he has narcolepsy.
That's amazing.
I know that was a boring answer, but we just lost Al.
That's so funny.
So we're not going to get to find out.
I guess not.
I think
We'll
I know
come
what it
back
means.
at the break.
Join us again next week. Continued.
Oh, there you are. Sorry, you froze up.
Back.
Al, we lost you. I'm sorry. So what does it mean?
Just basically, it just means you're talking to somebody. Like you and Chicky, you could just be sitting at a bar, just chopping it up,
That's
hanging
right.
out.
That's
Oh,
right.
okay. All right.
Chopping it up.
I like it. It's laid back.
Chopping it up.
Yeah, just chopping it up, shooting the breeze.
All right. I'll have to try using that in a sentence. Yeah, try it on me there. John.
Hey, man, why don't you and I hang out at the wing place later on? We get some wings, maybe a beer, and
then we'll be chopping it up.
yeah, absolutely, Tom. Yeah, we'll chat. We'll,
Yes, and
Catch
always
up.
say it that way.
Yeah.
We'll be chopping it up.
When you say it like that, it sounds like you eat your wings with a fork and a knife.
Don't be
That's
ridiculous.
a deal breaker.
True enough.
Okay. Well, now, thank you so much, Al Jackson. The new book, Where is Baby Ford? Check it out once again by going to, let me get this, I'm going to get it right. It's aljacksonlive.com. Is that correct, Al?
That is correct, sir. I appreciate you, man.
Al is the very best.
We love you, Al.
He's a tremendous
love you
comedian,
guys.
and watch him on the Daily Blast. If it's not on your TV, you can watch it on the internet. Thanks, Al.
Ooh, speaking of food,
yes.
have you seen this?
What is it?
Well, first it was breakfast mac and cheese. Now this. Reese's has launched a breakfast snack cake.
This sounds amazing.
Everybody,
I can't stand it.
Shut up.
Yes.
Peanut butter and chocolate snack cake, which the brand is calling a mid-morning snack,
Are they?
will be released this December. Citing a survey from market research software company Cytex, Reese's said 83% of American adults have admitted to indulging in dessert before noon in the past month. Hershey executive Mike Orr said, "We know that sometimes you just don't want to wait until lunch."
Sometimes you just
You just don't want to get up from the couch, man.
If I could point out behind the scenes, we've all been eating cookies
Yes,
Oh, man,
this
those
morning
cookies are amazing.
I haven't had mine yet.
they're so good.
from my bakery friends. Yeah, aren't they amazing?
Yes.
But have you noticed there seems to be a trend in these news stories? We're getting a lot of, now we're calling it breakfast stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mac and cheese.
I think breakfast has been. I would say if there were a vague survey, it would be breakfast is up in numbers because people aren't rushing to work or
That's
school
true.
as much as they used
But also
to.
we've had sort of what's the word I'm looking? And who was it? The mac and cheese.
Yeah,
now
Kraft.
they're calling it breakfast mac and cheese.
Right.
We had another one last week. I forgot what it was, but
It's amazing how we fool ourselves into thinking some of these.
already has a breakfast cereal out. Reese's
Yeah,
Puffs.
yeah,
Right,
of
right.
course.
Yeah.
but what's next? Cadbury scrambled eggs.
I make a mean Cadbury omelet on Easter weekend. Yeah, it's.
And I would also venture to say these are probably all have fewer calories than the average pancakes with syrup and
Yes.
butter.
Who fooled us?
Top three breakfasts.
Oh, this is tough.
My top three breakfasts.
All right.
Number one, quiche.
Okay.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Wow. What?
Go ahead.
What kind of quiche?
Any kind of quiche. Ham
Really?
and cheese, ham and
right.
any kind of quiche with ham.
What's number 2, Betty?
Fruit
Biscuits and gravy.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
there we go.
finally,
Biscuits and gravy.
something a man can eat.
And number 3,
Real men eat quiche.
Western omelet.
Ooh,
Nice
Western
omelet. So I think number 3 and number 1 are kind of the same.
So let's
No.
simple.
Why get a quiche when you can get a Western omelet?
Because it's got the
They
crust.
got the crust on the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Nice and sugary.
Yeah, you guys are right.
It's not sugary. On a quiche?
Savory.
No, it's flaky.
It's not. No, Tom.
You
It's not-
think it's a cheesecake
It's not
crust.
sugary.
Is your pie lady making you quiches?
You think they use cheese crust?
The number 1
cheesecake?
breakfast
You've
is
never had
a
quiche.
buffet at a really nice hotel where they've got
So you can eat everything.
they've got the salmon, they've got
Oh my God.
Tell you this, though.
every kind of egg you want.
Buffet pancakes, never good.
No.
Never good.
I spent some time on a buffet at one of those places we went, traveled up for the show, and I don't remember what I ate first. It was crazy. I was there for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
you're
plate
right.
after
The
plate
prefab
after plate.
pancake's no good.
No, unfortunately, they haven't nailed that.
But now, do you like the where they have the guy standing there making the omelet for you?
I do. I don't often utilize it, but I do like it.
Are you
Yeah.
Omelet
embarrassed by
station?
talking to him? You probably, hey, how you doing? How's the wife and kids?
It
Here all
seems a
season?
little awkward.
He has a perfect joke for everything, but Gary Goldman has a perfect joke about the omelet station.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's incredible. It is
I
incredible.
love Gary Goldman.
What I tend to do is walk away from the omelet. I'll place my order, and then I'll go load up on
okay.
some things, and then I'll come back so I'm not lingering.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than being the overweight guy watching your food get made.
Tapping
People
your
just-
foot.
Look at that guy.
Hey, not so light on the bacon bits.
Right, looks like that guy looks like a mountain lion watching an injured deer.
I don't understand why would Josh be just waiting for his omelet to be prepared?
Are you almost done?
So fat, I'm so fat. I'm the fattest, I am fat.
Nobody's fatter than me. Nobody's fatter than me.
And then-
All I do, I eat and jerk it. Do you have an omelet I can eat while I'm watching you make my omelet?
A pre-omelet for my omelet.
Josh, it's kind of the same thing of just not wanting to look like the biggest fat guy in the world. One time I was in New York with my buddy and we went to a bakery and I got a slice of cake and we were walking home and it was nighttime and I go, you have to carry this. And he goes, why? And I go, I'm not going to be a fat guy carrying around stuff from a bakery at nighttime.
Right.
Children will yell at me. I don't need cool teens going, hey, you got it to go, big man?
That's why I never eat the samples at Costco, because people expect me to.
Yes.
I won't give them the satisfaction.
Yes, they little kids follow him thinking
No
he
cheese
knows where the
cube
good
for me.
stuff is.
Costco samples are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year I followed him on Halloween. Yes, he was trick-or-treating.
Josh, no, actually, I'm 2 kids in a trench coat.
That's right.
Yes.
Watch the entire show live or on demand with the Bob and Tom VIP All Access Pass. Listen live with the Bob and Tom app and make sure to visit bobandtomstore.com. Tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.